to make sure that everything was spotlessly clean.
Yeah. Good job.
And to make sure that everything was in place so that the routine could be carried on without hindrance.
Mm-hmm.
The cows were all very helpful, really. They basically knew their names. And that was the milkings twice a day.
Mm-hmm.
And then the cows have to be fed. So you have to make sure that they've got grazing, and in the winter time we supplemented feed with silage that came out of the silos, which we had grown with corn or sacchaline silage that was grown on the farm. And so there was always, the cows were your income.
And your friends.
And your friends, and being a stud herd, they had to be recorded, and their calves and their calving dates, all of those things for the books, for the records. It's a bit hard to remember now. The routine, but the routine was yes.
Well, how did you find your routine as a citrus grower and packer and business manager?
That just fitted in between the milkings for a while.
Yeah.
But when we decided that we would no longer continue with the dairying, for a number of reasons which I won't go into now, but it was mainly because things were changing in the industry. John had the foresight to plant more citrus, so there was a lot of finding out about what type of citrus, so we did some travelling around and inquiries and listened to other people's experiences, etc. So we went ahead with various varieties. We already had emperors, mandarins, but then we put in 4 other varieties and some others for trials. But we came up with the ones that we found that were acceptable for the market, and that was how we went then full time. But until some time, to supplement the income, we had to we put a beef bull in over the cows, and we started rearing Beelers for market. So that was how it just in some ways it evolved.
Yeah. And you were an integral part. I mean, I know that I'd try to call you during harvesting and packing. No, I can't talk because you were very much integral in having it packed and shipped and sold and marketed. And
yes, well, we basically did it. We had help. John's brother was very helpful to us in those ways. He was an expert packer and an expert picker,
do you miss it? You're in effect retired. Of course, I know you're not retired because you actually are the heart and soul of the Anglican community here.
What's retirement? You don't retire from life.
I love you, Dorothy.
Well, you keep there's always something to. I'm sorry. There's always something to do. And unless you are interested in other people and in other things, life wouldn't be very interesting. So and things at times just sort of fall into your lap. Other times you're sort of given a shove, or it's necessary. But other than that, yeah.
You have grandchildren being raised in a city now, don't you?
They were raised on the farm to begin with and went to school in the city, yes, yes.
Do you think they would turn to farming?
Well, I don't think they will to farm as such. I don't think they will return to farm. But because they are now got their own ways of life, but they certainly like to come back to the country, yes, yes, yeah.
I'm going to shut off this now.
Thank you.